Welcome to the Gaggle, where we talk politics in Arizona and beyond. This week, the McCain Trump feud continues, and Governor Doug Ducey gets out his veto pen. But we start first with a little brouhaha. It's at Phoenix City Hall. Dustin, what's going on?
So we recently reported that the Arizona Attorney General is investigating Phoenix Councilman Michael Nowakowski related to a 2015 development deal. The councilman was accused of a conflict of interest related to a sale of some city-owned property. And we recently were just able to reveal that the Attorney General has been looking into that for at least a year.
Now, Mayor Stanton kind of stepped in and said he thought another councilman was interfering with that investigation. What did he say?
Right. So after the news broke that the AG was looking into this, Councilman Sal DiCiccio took to social media and sent some letters to the city manager demanding that the names of 3 city employees who were interviewed by state investigators be released. And so the mayor, he said their names should be released, and he also said their disciplinary records should be released. And Mayor Stanton is saying that that is an attempt to, I guess, intimidate those witnesses and prevent them from talking to the state.
So we're talking Tuesday afternoon. They have a meeting this afternoon. I'm guessing things will be extra chilly, even though it's about 104 outside.
Right.
Dan, speaking of kind of icy relations, Donald Trump and John McCain, I guess it's more coming from McCain this week, but
well, that's because Trump's overseas. Not sure he's fully been briefed on what McCain's been saying about him. McCain kind of started by saying that the Trump scandals have kind of reached Watergate size and scope. He's walked that back a little bit. He's been very critical of the Oval Office meeting with Trump and the Russian diplomats. Obviously, McCain always was throwing barbs at Vladimir Putin's way. This time he actually elicited a response. Apparently it was his reference to the Russian foreign minister as a stooge of a thug and a murderer that prompted the Kremlin to officially
soft-pedaled it.
Right, yeah. And the Kremlin obviously came out on Monday and said that well, McCain's maniacal hatred for our country is well known, and thank God that he's not the guy who has any influence on U.S.-Russian relations.
Did they say that in Russian or in English? Or
no,
are you a good translator?
I think it was Putin's, I'm going by the TASS official translation.
Maniacal hatred.
Right, and so we'll see where it goes from here. I saw that McCain also made a reference to Trump's, these reports of Trump trying to put the lid on the collusion with Russia investigation, and I think McCain said something to the effect of, if this was a movie, it would be a pretty lousy movie for a president to do that kind of a plot move.
Well, it wasn't maniacal hatred, but the governor did have distaste for some legislation that passed.
He did. Yesterday, the governor finished work on all the legislation that came out of the 2017 session, and he capped it with vetoing 6 bills. Among them, a bill that would have created an industrial hemp industry, one that would have protected student journalists, protecting some of their First Amendment rights, another one on how teachers are evaluated. Teachers are complaining now, saying, well, with this veto, we're going to be evaluated on kids that we're no longer teaching. But that wasn't all. The day started off all happy time as the governor assembled the mascots from the 3 state universities and university officials up in his office so he could make a big deal of signing the university bonding bill, $1 billion package over time that will help the universities supposedly get a lot better.
Well, that's what are you looking forward to this week, Mary Jo?
I'm looking for a Louis the Lumberjack logo because we have Sparky and we have a nod to the U of A, but I could not find any NAU memorabilia.
All right, send your tips this way where we can get Louis. Dan?
Just looking for the next shoe to drop on Trump. Obviously, the Congress has its committees convened, having hearings, so we'll see what happens next.
And Dustin?
The city council is going to vote on new lobbyist regulations today, so we'll see if some of the tensions over this AG investigation surface there.
We'll be watching for that too. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back next week.